Ladies and gentlemen, Mama's Boys Podcast, Austin, Texas. On location today, our guest, the Primal Soldier. Tongue-in-cheek, I believe is the term for that name. You'll hear about Eric Leija, kettlebell specialist, trainer, influencer for Onnit Gym. We dive into the depths. I don't even know where we go. We go DMT. We go mind altering. We're talking about things that I have absolutely no clue about, but I think you'll really dig it. Turn up the volume. Give us a rating and review. Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your little nephew, as long as he's over 18, because we say some things about Mama's Boys. Let's go.
Welcome to the Mama's Boys Podcast. I'm your host, Omar. My fellow host is Silent Mike, also known as Mike Farr. We have merchandise available for Mama's Boys Podcast at mamasboyspodcast.com, as well as you can sign up for our Patreon, where we give exclusive bonus episodes and other content on there. You can find that as well on mamasboyspodcast.com.
Let's do it. We're in it.
Wait, we're always in it. We've never not been in it. Okay?
It's game time.
Game time all the time.
Get it.
I mean, this is just the battle of three great hairstyles, I feel. Okay, we got the modern mullet with
I feel
Mike.
it's
you
actually
can't see.
just in between, too.
I like the modern mullet.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and
it.
that's a look, actually. So I got to be honest with you, Eric. I have considered for quite some time, but then what is that movie? The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo came out. I was going to do a side cut, but that was before. Like, it was right around that time that I saw it come out. Like, shit, man, I can't do that.
Did she make the side cut, undercut popular? I thought it was, what's his name?
Who?
Who's the DJ?
No, it was the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Do you know who I'm talking
I
about?
got it from Maluma.
Who's that?
You know who that is?
No.
Dude, he's killing it right now.
Yeah, who's Maluma, bro? Hit
He's
us.
like a Colombian, like I guess R&B singer.
Okay.
He's super dope, man. He's like reggaeton.
Oh,
okay,
very
dope.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
He's badass, man. He's like 24 years old, but he's got like 30-something million followers. He's blowing up all over the world.
Yeah.
And he's
Maybe-
got the best hair. I was
maybe
like,
one of those
"Damn,
examples."
I gotta have that.
It's one of those examples where he's
Yeah.
not big yet in parts of America, but like he's big
Yeah.
all over like the rest of the world, Spanish-speaking world.
I took my family to go see him and my girlfriend in Miami at the American Airlines Center.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was
Wild.
badass. There were like tons of beautiful women. I took my brother. He was single.
Yeah.
He was freaking
He was
out. He had
done.
the time of his life, man.
And the beats.
Everybody's just dancing. It's in
Yeah.
Miami, you know, so
Yeah.
nobody's scared. Everybody gets up out their chairs, just fucking getting after it. It was dope.
That is dope. That is dope. You're born and raised here in Austin, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the path from being kind of, because everyone we've talked to, you kind of moved here for Onnit or for fitness
You're a
or whatever it might
native.
be. Yeah, you're the native,
Yeah.
man. You're the native. What's
You're probably one of the few
Definitely saw my roots early on.
that work at On It
That's what
that
I mean.
actually are from Austin, right?
Yeah,
like
everybody
you're
we're talking about.
10% of the people or whatever.
Yeah, very small percentage. But before, there was a lot more locals and friends of my older brother. My older brother got me into it.
Okay.
He was already really good friends with Aubrey. And so we kind of got connected through my brother.
Yeah.
And I was going to college. You know, I worked my ass off in high school to get really good grades. I was kind of like a social outcast. I was in like AP studio art. I love just, instead of going to lunch because I couldn't make friends, I would go into the art studio and just hang out with those, art geeks and just fucking draw all day for a couple hours and just kind of focused on good grades. So I ended up getting into a good school at UT Austin. But man, I hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you want to do with that? Where you said art, was it something like drawing? Like, would it be animation? Would it be comic books?
No, I always considered art as a hobby, but my aunt is a doctor, so I kind of want to follow in her footsteps, just seeing how powerful she was and how influential and how she could kind of take care of our really large family and kind of gave everybody a job, and like was able to take care of our family. I was like, man, I want to follow in her footsteps and be able to provide for our family. And so I was like, I'm going to go study really hard and try to become a doctor or engineer.
Yeah.
So I took all the hard classes to try to prove myself because I kind of hadn't declared a major and I kind of had to just, show what I had, and I fucking hated it, man. I couldn't make any friends. I spent all my time in high school trying to, be a bookworm that I didn't develop any social skills.
Sure.
So I was scared. I couldn't get a girlfriend, or I was scared to talk to girls, and I dropped out of school.
Yeah.
How was it mentally? Do you think it was just an age thing? Because you say you made it through high school, kind of being an outcast per se, and not being able to make friends. What was the difference in college that made, what was the feeling difference that made you be like, no, now I want friends. Like now it matters.
It was more of a fear thing. I was really scared. Like I had really low like self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And I started listening to podcasts like the Joe Rogan podcast, Duncan Trussell, and it kind of got me into a different type of mindset.
Yeah.
And I actually smoked weed for the first time. And then from there, I was never into drinking or drugs. I was pretty sober for like my whole life. But in college, I was like, man, you know, like, sounds kind of crazy. It's like, oh man, you're like going to become a deadbeat after you work so hard. But I needed to try something new. So I ended up smoking weed. I was like, whoa, this new way of looking at things is fucking crazy. Like I've been stuck in this one like consciousness. I didn't know you can expand and like see things from a different perspective. And so after that, a couple months later, I got introduced to dimethyltryptamine.
Yeah.
Or DMT.
Yeah.
So I smoked that, and then that cracked me open.
That's a kind of a quick jump. Yeah, like people joke and talk or whatever. Like
Gateway drugs, you
weed's
mean?
a gateway drug. But then maybe like people go, all right,
Yeah.
they smoke weed for
If you're
5
searching
years.
for something, you're going to find something.
Maybe. But you smoke weed for 5 years or you drink for your whole life or whatever, but you never go, or maybe, I did cocaine once in college or I did this. How do you go for like pot and then just a couple months later DMT? Was it the crowd? Was it the culture? Is it the culture of Austin? Is that kind of a deal?
Maybe. I think it was, just I wanted to keep searching for more mind expanding experiences.
Oh, okay.
Because
So you did go looking for it.
Yeah. Or somebody told me about it. They're like, man, you like getting high? Well, you think this is mind expanding and you're like opening your vision to something new. Have you heard about this? I was like, damn, that sounds crazy. That'd be dope if we could get some. And then I would go to my weed dealer a couple weeks later. He's like, hey man, I got this new stuff called DMT. I'm like, what? I was just talking about that a couple weeks ago. I'll get some. Sell it to me.
Dang.
Boom. He sold me some. I take it to my friend who got me high for the first time. He's like, no way, you got your hands on this stuff? Let's do it. And then so we spent the whole night trying to figure out how to smoke this stuff. It was like very particular way of like vaporizing it. And finally we got it down. We both tripped our asses off and kind of melted into a different dimension, you know?
Yeah.
But
And you liked it? You didn't like it? You were scared?
I was blown away and I wanted more. I wanted to see more. I wanted to experience. I wanted to try to see how deep I could dig into my consciousness and kind of try to like get rid of those skeletons in my closet that I was hiding and those like, you know, those problems I was trying to avoid on the normal consciousness, you know? And so I ended up looking up a recipe online on how to make your own DMT. And I ordered some bark, got all the ingredients.
What the hell's bark?
Bark is what it.
Mimosa hostilis. It's a root bark.
Oh, so it's
a
actually
tree.
bark.
It's a tree from the Amazon, or it grows mostly in the Amazon. And it's got one of the highest quality highest contents of DMT.
So then the process is somehow trying to extract that.
Yeah. So I learned how to extract it, started making my own DMT, and then kind of started tripping out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I learned a lot. And
About
I also
yourself.
learned a lot about overdoing things too. You know, I'm like, fuck, am I addicted to this? I do this all the time. Is it becoming a problem? Is it getting in the way of what I'm like want to do?
Yeah.
And then I realized after a while, it was like I was smoking so much and that I stopped seeing powerful visions. Like early on, I was seeing these powerful, colorful, kaleidoscope, like beautiful visions, like you see in like Doctor Strange, you know, crazy shit like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was that vivid, you know. But then the more I did it, the less I saw. Even if I did a shitload, I wouldn't see anything. I would get really high. I would feel good, but I wouldn't see anything. And I was like, fuck, am I being punished for abusing this powerful medicine? And then I ended up realizing, man, I need to take a break and I need to, I would either not see anything or see the same visions, you know, and feel the same. And so I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere in my life. So I was like, fuck, I need to like take a break from this, you know, from doing drugs, from doing mushrooms, acid, and just kind of conquer or like listen to what I already learned in my visions and try to accomplish those goals and like put that into practice. Because I did learn a lot. I learned about, you know, not being afraid. You know, I had like near like experiences where I felt like I like died, you know, and then came back into into the world of color. And then I was like, whoa, my God. I'm like, I'm back. I appreciate this world. I'm going to make the most of it.
It scared you into appreciation in a way.
Because I experienced nothingness, you know? It was nothingness, but everything at the same time. It felt like I like this warm feeling with no language, no thoughts, just like a sense of being. Like I had no vision. I couldn't see in any direction. I couldn't think. And then before I started freaking out,
you're freaking Mike out now.
Yeah.
It's Mike actually, because Mike has some anxiety and so forth, and like some of these things, you know, some of the side effects of potentially marijuana or whatnot.
Yeah.
Sometimes people trip and it's not a good trip. It makes their anxiety worse. So I think Mike listening to that, he's like, oh my God.
Well, I think that sounds scary to a lot of people.
Dude,
it obviously scared you to not do it anymore. I think it scared everybody.
I thought I did too much, you know, but I was like in this empty void. No feeling, just like I was like a speck of light that I can see in all directions. Oh. But then it felt warm and familiar, and it felt like, oh shit, you know what? This isn't that bad. You know, I let go of all problems, all of my struggles. You know, it was just existing in a different type of, you know, like being. You know, I wasn't a human body anymore. But that still freaked me the fuck out. I'm like, fuck, I left all my family behind. They're gonna freak out. They find me dead. And then, boom, I come back. The world fucking comes back around me like stacking like pixels and Legos of color. Everything comes back to normal. I'm like, whoa, this shit's beautiful. Everything looked extra vivid and beautiful. Had like a different tone to it, you know? And so it kind of like helped me appreciate like the present moment and like being here in this human experience. And after that, I wanted to see more, you know, so I kept doing it. But I didn't put into action those lessons. I learned a lot of other things, you know?
Yeah.
But I wasn't.
You're not like applying them. If you're not applying them.
I wasn't applying the stuff that I had already learned. So it was either repeating the same messages or not showing me anything new at all. And kind of blocking me. You know, it might have been like a, you know, like a mental thing. You know, I don't really believe in, I believe in spiritual things, but, you know, it starts with what's inside of us, you know? So it might have been just what was going on in my head. But it was clearly I was telling myself that I needed to practice what I was already taught.
Yeah.
And I stopped doing drugs and I started just focusing on work. I busted my ass off at the Onnit warehouse where Aubrey gave me a job. And I was just packing kettlebells, packing supplements, and just kind of immersing myself in, you know, being connected with a company that was in the same alignment and thought as I was feeling.
How new was Onnit at that time? Like how many years ago?
Probably 3 years old.
Okay, so it's pretty new. How long's Onnit been around?
Yeah.
Do you know when it was?
2010 or 11.
Okay, so around 2013 you started.
Yeah.
No, wait, probably 2010. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been there for almost 6 years now.
Dang.
So yeah, I think I went in like year 2.
Yeah.
You're probably, in terms of employee number, like what number you have to be?
Probably 40.
Yeah.
Or 30 to 40 range.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so I just busted my ass off in the warehouse and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take up another hobby. I'm going to get back into MMA training because I'd always loved training in martial arts. I was in jiu-jitsu, boxing, and Muay Thai all throughout middle school and high school. And I was like, you know, I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to get a fight finally. I've always wanted to be a fighter. I'm going to try it out.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting an amateur fight. I trained my ass off for like 4 months before I finally felt ready. I went in the cage. Aubrey was my cornerman and my coach. I had my other coach. And man, it was like the most crazy experience of my life. It was fucking crazy, bro. Like they closed the door to the cage and I was like, what the fuck did I get myself into? You know? It was fucking scary, man. I'm like, I'm about to try to kill this guy. He's going to try to kill me.
Yeah.
And then we just went at it. We went at it for 3 rounds. It was brutal, man. But I lost a split decision. But we won Texas Amateur Fight of the Year because it was such a dope fight.
Oh, yeah.
That's
you guys were just
amazing.
going at it?
Dude, we were going back and forth.
Mostly stand-up?
Yeah, a lot of stand-up. He took me down. I took him down. I went for an arm bar. He got back up. He almost knocked me out. I fucking wasn't going down. He hit me like square in the jaw like 10 times. I was like, I was out standing up.
Oh, shit.
Dude, all I saw was tunnel vision. Like all darkness and like a speck of light where my eyeballs are supposed to be. And I was like, but I could feel my bones. So I was just like, if I stay stacked, like this, I won't fall because my whole fucking family's here.
Yeah.
And then if they see me get knocked the fuck out, they're gonna be like, Eric, you're a dumbass. Stop doing this shit.
Yeah.
I can't let that happen. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. So I stayed up and I grabbed his ass, took his ass down, ground and pounded him a little bit. He got back up, 10 seconds left in the round, took him down again, and then just finished strong, you know?
That's dope.
But it was a brutal experience, but I never did it again.
Too brutal or what? You got a taste and didn't like it?
It was very brutal. It was really fun and exhilarating. But I just got really busy at Onnit.
Okay.
After that experience, Aubrey approached us a couple months later and said, hey man, we should open a gym. You know, my brother at the time was, did you go into that small classroom?
I think
at the gym?
so.
What?
Sweat City.
Oh yeah, I've been in Sweat
That
City.
used to be the Onnit employee gym.
Oh, cool.
There was no other gym.
Wow.
It was just Onnit headquarters.
Wow.
And the jiu-jitsu space was the warehouse
Yep.
where we had all boxes and pallets. And that small gym was the Onnit employee gym. And my brother was good friends with Aubrey from back in the day. So I was like, hey man, you can just come work out here and train people if you want, train your friends. And so my brother would take in his own clients and train them out of our employee gym. And Aubrey's like, man, this is dope. You know, we're building a little community here. And I think it would be great if we opened a gym so we could not only market our supplements and our training tools, but we can teach people how to use these unconventional tools that not a lot of people know how to use. So that's how the Onnit gym kind of came to be.
That's cool. Did you lift and stuff growing up? You say you did some martial arts because now, I mean, you're jacked.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I was a little fat kid growing up.
Really?
Yeah, I was a fat ass. I was like, I didn't give a shit, man. I would play PlayStation all day, fucking Grand Theft Auto, Metal Gear Solid, and just fucking eat whatever the fuck I wanted.
Mountain Dew and Doritos, dude. That's the gamer meal.
Nah, man, I was Jack.
Even
in the Box. You guys
Connor's
have Jack in
nodding.
the Box.
Yeah, Baconators.
Those
and shit.
curly fries.
Yeah, so
I
good.
would crush curly fries.
Those are hella good.
And then we have this place. You have the Sonic where you're from.
Not
I've never
that
had
many.
Sonic. I want.
I think I've had it
It's a
once.
burger joint, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little like a drive-in burger joint, but they have these badass slushies. So I would get like a cherry limeade with a shitload of strawberries and lemonade, and it's fucking delicious. That
A
was my
billion
go-to.
grams of sugar.
Hell yeah. So basically, I was a little fat ass. I had like bitch tits. My brother and my sister were making fun of me. My older brother and older sister. I was a baby in the family.
Yeah.
They would make fun of me all the time, man. Talking shit, especially in middle school.
Were they into sports or anything?
No.
They just weren't like you, so
They used to be fat too. You know, they went through that stage.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through, you know, most
something.
people. And then so they're like, they just took it out on me. They were just projecting, you know?
Yeah.
Talking shit like, oh, you're so fat. You're never going to have a girlfriend. You haven't even kissed a girl and you're already in 8th grade or 7th grade. You're such a fat ass. And so I was like, man, fuck this. I started running outside, you know, dropped a bunch of weight. And I ended up grabbing my brother's big old fat book, the new modern encyclopedia of bodybuilding.
Arnold's like
The Arnold Schwarzenegger book. And I kind of just started running through that and just copying those workouts. And then I got into pretty good shape, you know? And from there, I started playing middle school football. I did all right. I liked it. You know, I was fucking tackling the shit out of people. But then that kind of fired me up. I was like, man, I want to do something tougher. You know, I want to do something real, something where like a fucking fighter. I want to be like a warrior.
Yeah.
And so at the time, my older brother was really into MMA, like UFC and Pride FC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. We would go to our neighbor's house. This guy, Jose, this Brazilian guy. So he would take us, he would order all the Pride FC pay-per-views.
Pride was the real deal,
Dude,
bro.
he
I loved it.
Yeah, he was like a big Brazilian guy. So he loved like Wanderlei Silva and Shogun. So he would always order them. We would go over there and just have a blast. So I ended up falling in love with MMA. And so after 8th grade, I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to start training. And that's when I started training.
Yeah.
But then you got the taste. It was too much.
Yeah, well, after I got the taste and after college, after I dropped out and all that stuff, and it just, I still kind of get the itch, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know I'm I can do well. Like I've trained with some of the top guys. I've trained with TJ Dillashaw. I've trained with like Sean Shirk back in the day.
Oh, Sean Shirker is an animal.
I went up to like Minnesota. Actually, before I dropped out of right after I dropped out of school, I moved up to Minnesota for a couple months with my buddy Roger Huerta. He used to be a UFC fighter, and he took me up there. He was getting ready for a fight. He said, "Hey man, I know you don't like going to school. Just come up with me, and I'll show you what it's like."
That's cool.
And I experienced the fighter life, and it was fucking crazy, man. So I kind of immersed myself in it, and I know I'm game. I'm like, I could do it, but it doesn't make sense anymore with what I'm doing now.
Yeah, you like what you're doing.
Yeah. I can still influence people and make an impact without having to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
The dream. Yeah, that's intense when you said that. You described it, and it felt palpable when you said when you entered the ring and the door closed, and you're like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Yeah, like all your training kind of like goes out the window because you start freaking out. If it's your first time,
Yeah.
But after a while, like in sparring sessions and other events, I ended up doing a kickboxing match for Onnit. Onnit threw a big like sparring event where Whitney fought or boxed this girl, this local boxing chick. But they asked me to be on the same card and do a kickboxing match with this other guy here in town. And I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. Even though I really don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I had like 2 weeks. I had like 2 weeks to get ready. And I hadn't been training in like 2 years. I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. But as soon as I got in there,
all came back.
Yeah, man, I kind of just relaxed. I was like, you know what? I got this shit. Just kind of need to relax and just try to have fun. And so I was having fun, man. I was in there doing some feints, tricking them and mixing it up. And then that gave me my confidence.
It felt a little more natural.
Yeah, man. And just kept mixing it up and whoop some ass.
Man, I like that idea of going back to it eventually maybe fighting. Because, you're still young. You could do what you want. Like you haven't, I think, as far as we understand it from talking to some fighters, like there's a certain amount of punches you could go through before like your jaw gets weaker or like you get fucked up. It's like you haven't gone through that experience of that amount of fights. So you're still fresh.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that would be cool, man. But
you already have the
now.
You already have the Instagram handle, right? I'm just saying, like you've already come up with that.
You just throw
Most people, they get like better fighting, blah, 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 and then they need like the marquee name that's going to make them famous. You already kind of have it.
Yeah, the marketing set in place.
The marketing's already set in place. It's like you got the skills. Like, all right, we're good to go.
I remember when, so I ended up becoming, all right, let's open a gym. He's like, all right, he's like, you want to be a coach, Eric? You've always been in really good shape, and we want to try to get some UFC fighters in here, and you can really connect with those guys since you're into that stuff. I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. So he's like, all right, let's get you certified. I got my kettlebell certification. I took a bunch of other certs to get prepped up, and then I took like a 6-month period before we opened the gym, and I took advantage and started training family members and group classes and getting a ton of experience. And then I just, they're like, all right, Eric, you're a great coach now, or you're doing good, but you need to market yourself. At the time, I didn't have any social media. All right, I was super against it. I was like, man, this stuff is so gay. I don't want to fucking be taking selfies. And, posting some dumbass shit. Like, people hate that, and I hate that. That's so annoying to me. And they're like, nah, man, you need to market yourself so people can see what you're doing and so you can get some clients and help people or make some money. I was like, well, all right. What's the dumbest thing I could think of? At the time, we were really into like the primal side of things.
Yeah.
We were selling the primal kettlebells. And then I was like, how about something with primal? I was like, what else? Like a soldier. Yeah, that sounds fucking stupid. Primal
Bro, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Funny.
And then I went to the creative team. The creative team at the time, our artists and stuff. I was like, what do you guys think? Primal soldier. And they fucking started cracking up. So I kind of just stuck with it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So what started off first as a joke has now become a very serious Instagram handle and all counted everything. And what's funny, I think you have one of those names. I said this on a previous podcast where the design had alpha as fuck. I said that before where like it was a joke design. Like it was meant to be both things. We're like, yeah, you can wear it, you can rock it, totally cool. But it's also, you have the knowledge, like if you have to declare you're alpha, you're not alpha. Like so it's self-aware, kind of like your original idea of primal soldier. But now when people find you, they don't know the backstory. So they just see primal soldier, like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's dope to do podcasts like
this. Yeah. You
reveal
can
the origin. I was curious on it because I got to be perfectly frank. Yeah, like your character and disposition, not that it seems counter to the name, but like from talking to you now and then just seeing the Instagram, there is that difference.
Well, ogres are like onions, there's multiple layers to them.
Yeah. True.
That's
true.
true.
I always thought that too, because like your training's legit, you're doing legit moves with kettlebells. You're not out there doing, some fucking bullshit, whatever, Zumba. You know what I mean? Though?
I like Zumba.
Hey, Zumba's all right. Hey, whatever your cup of tea is, but you know what I mean? Like you're lifting weights, you're in good shape. And then the name is funny. It's ironic. I like
it. Any chance of ever changing it, or now this is part? Because you said like,
I would like to change it to my real name.
Oh, yeah.
I think
someone probably
can, though.
stole it. Nah, I bet your name's like semi-common.
Yeah.
What's the last name?
Leija.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty common.
Yeah, if you could somehow combine it in a way that people don't have it. Because you can change your Instagram handle, but yeah, you need a good alternative.
Yeah.
You don't need the whole post, like the end of Primal Soldier or like whatever.
Yeah.
Super
dumb.
So what's the day-to-day like?
That's so funny.
All right, guys, don't stop following me just because I'm changing
You
my
changed,
name.
man. You used to be all about like intensity and shit.
Sold out.
You're like, you just don't realize that from the get-go, this was a joke name. Like, yeah.
What's the day-to-day like now? So you do a ton of like personal training, class training, stuff like that?
Yeah, I do a ton of a lot of private clients in the mornings, a couple classes around lunchtime. But most of the time, I try to focus on spending more time on my business, on producing content, and communicating with my online clients.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And what's the majority of the clients, either in person or online? Just people trying to get in better shape, feel better, look better?
All kinds of people, man. They all, just want to be in shape, look good, and move well, and be healthy and strong. I think we're all turning a corner now to where we're trying to just be more optimal with our training, just like not only get stronger or get better looking, but also like fuel ourselves with good foods and good supplements, and do training techniques that are not only, helping us get those like
superficial
type
muscles,
things, those superficial muscles, or help us get those numbers, but also are going to help us last and have that longevity,
Yeah. Now, is there a particular type of person that you find contacts you or that your brand connects with, or is it just all over, as you said?
It's all over.
I want to know who like the typical Primal Soldier fan is. That's what I'm saying. Like if we can paint, it's like 23.
Yeah, I think 25 to 45. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And like
did you say neck tat?
No. I said tank top. I said tank top.
Because you said, I'm like, I was like thinking that maybe like, is that like, go.
Nah, I mean, I just started selling these shirts.
Oh, dope.
They're not tank tops, and they're selling like hotcakes.
There you go, bro.
So, straight shirts.
It's Primal. So now
I don't even wear shirts.
Now you can't even change. Now you can't change your name though.
Yeah.
Like now you're selling Primal. Oh yeah.
The handle could be Eric, but the company could be Primal Soldier.
Yeah, you could if
my company's it's under Eric Leija.
Oh, cool.
Or no, it's DE Primal.
Cool.
The Primal. LLC. Yeah.
Coming up with all the names, the Primal Soldier. I like that idea though. Like we were talking about that about the origin of the name, or just in general, like how you come, like even like your name with Silent Mike, like that became a nickname, but then it stuck. It's like, I guess the question being asked about all nicknames in general is like, would you choose that nickname for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes things just.
I had a nickname when I was a kid.
What was it?
It was Pollo.
Okay.
It's
chicken. Chicken.
Yeah.
Well, it was like a chick, and they called me a chicken because I was always crying when I was a little baby.
Damn.
I was a little bitch.
Damn. I like how they just go right in with that.
Yeah, but then now all my little cousins who grew up calling me that, they still call me that.
Of course, it's
I love it.
Yeah.
Now you're not doing it. I was gonna say, when I used to train people, that's where under YouTube when I first started, my name was always like Omar. I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Omar. But an alias that I used, which was from my clients, was a Chef Buff, and that so it's a weird, it's a random story. Like I wouldn't choose that name for myself, but I was training clients and I'd have them back to back, and I was at a commercial gym. So in between the clients, and I'd stack them 8 in a row. Like I'd work like 50, 60 hours a week, and so stacking them back to back, I would finish. It'd be a 55-minute session and go quickly over to the corner, start eating my food, and so I would have. At that time, I was eating 6 meals a day, like a dumbass. So I'm like, I eat 6 meals. So there would be at least 3 meals people would see. And so one client, it's like, you're like a buff chef is what she said. And then she said Chef Buff. And then what happened from there? Next person, like she would be seeing me and the other clients leaving. And she'd be like, oh, hey, Chef Buff. And then that person said, and then it just kind of spread like that. And then that's how the name stuck. And then but then after I thought about it, I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't even, my brother actually is the one that cooks. Like, I don't even, I cook that. Like, it's just not my brand,
Yeah, Chef Buff's good. Chef Buff's good.
It's funny. Yeah.
It sounds like you are happy with like your work, your training people, the skills, the fitness lifestyle. But it seems like earlier in your life, there was a bunch of times that you felt like you were like searching. Do you ever come across that again, whether it is to like open your mind again or other things? Is there like a constant search that you still have going on?
For sure. I'm constantly, you know, you get bored if you do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But it's your job, you know, and like you got to learn to love what you do, or like reinforce that love or that passionate. And I do that by continuously like learning, you know, trying to expand not my toolbox, my training toolbox, my recovery toolbox, my mental toolbox, you know, just constantly trying to get better. And that helps me kind of own what I already have and appreciate what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And I still look ahead, you know, and try to, you know, try to set goals for the future, maybe try something new, try a new hobby and see if I can, you know, do something else. But for the most part, I'm pretty present and try to own what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
So just try to make it better by adding to it, to that experience that I'm already on.
Yeah, because the mind search that you went for, trying to find different levels of your brain and consciousness and stuff, that's a deep level from, like you said, I think every human kind of wants to hunt for something, right? Like as simple as switching a major, dating another girlfriend, whatever it might be.
I was talking to a friend earlier. We were talking about my friend who recently passed away. He's like, yeah, man, you know, part of it, you know, being addicted to stuff is the hunt. He's like, I would get out of bed and on what's going to get me high today. And it was like a journey. It was an adventure chasing, you know, the cocaine or the meth or, you know, the heroin. It was like there was something to look forward to at the end of the day or midday, whatever. So it's like, I think as humans, you know, like we constantly set these goals or we reach for these things and then we attain those things. And then it's like, we're not happy. Like for the moment we get that gratification, but then it's always, all right, what's better than this? What's next? You know, so I think I'm not against, you know, reaching for things and conquering goals and trying to get the better things in life. But I try to the best of my ability, try to enjoy the journey as well. You know, it's hard, you know, because you're trying to stay focused. You know, you're not trying to get distracted, but it's good to enjoy the breeze and kind of just chill, lay back, and enjoy where you're at.
Yeah. So you in a way, maybe you went extreme, but you found what you were searching for, you think? Or do you still have some things that you want to hunt down in your brain or in real life?
I think I'm in a really happy place.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, I still want to get better.
Of course.
But I'm happy.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Just let the hair down.
Yeah.
Just feel it in the wind on that cool breeze. Enjoy the moment. Now, I know what you mean, though, the whole concept. You could be satisfied with what you've accomplished, but still desiring more. Where that temporary achievement that you have, you're like, all right, you know what? I like this. I accomplished this. That's cool. What's next?
Yeah.
And it's that what's next. And I'm always thinking in my head, what's next, you know, that I want to do, because what you've already accomplished isn't enough for the next task.
Yeah, it's hard because some of that I think drives successful people or drives people to be smart, talented, whatever it is. It has to be goal oriented and it has to be you hungry enough to go get it. But it's a little bit of the curse because those type of people that get to that extreme are the ones that are never satisfied. It's hard for them to slow down. It's hard for them to value what they've already done, whether it's material or not. Maybe it's even just knowledge. Like, oh, I read that book. Like, fucking next book. You know, like
that's true, man. But then it's like, then you think, man, do I want to be the best in the world and be a fucking psycho? Or do I want to just be really good at something and be happy? You know?
Yeah, some balance.
Or you can do your best to try to balance it out and try to be the best in the world, but it's going to be really hard.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, I think there's a hair of insanity to anyone to go to any extreme to be the best at anything, which is cool and it's noble and it's something that I think is awesome. But I don't know if it's for me. But I do struggle.
Obsessive.
Yeah, but I do struggle with those little things. I don't think I struggle with the obsessiveness. I struggle with the always like more, like in a good more, like, oh, I want to be smarter, I want to be better, I want to do this better, I want to talk better, I want to communicate, use a better vocabulary, whatever it might be. You always want to do it, not satisfying and loving the small victories. But then the opposite end, some people love small victories too much and they're a fucking bum. You know, like
I'm perfectly content. It's like, you haven't done anything, bro.
Yeah, get off the couch.
The hard thing that I learned early on when I was doing good and becoming successful and like having these experiences where I was like, damn, I can't believe that just happened to me. Oh, whoa, I'm fucking like, I got good luck. I would like express these to my friends, these things that I was doing and like these moments that were making me happy. And then they like didn't care, you know, and that was like bumming me out. And I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like trying really hard to like bust my ass off to get better, and like these things are happening, and I find them like fortunate, and I'm grateful. But then when I tell people about them, it's like it's not as cool.
Yeah. Do you think that was did that do any shift in like who you're hanging out with or anything, or do you think that was just a personal thing you had to deal with?
So.
Yeah,
I guess I don't hang out with the same people anymore.
Yeah, I think that's part of the whole thing too, and that's why maybe you're at Onnit, and maybe why we're even at Onnit. I don't know if destiny, fate, whatever it is, but this, like-minded people start to be around like-minded people. Maybe it is those hungrier people.
I also stopped, doing that, and it just sucks, man. Like I want to be able to like, fuck yeah, celebrate.
Yeah.
But the more I hold it in, and kind of just like, all right, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Then people are like, oh, hey, man, that was dope. I heard about so-and-so, So that's cool. But, man, why can't everybody just be chill as fuck and just enjoy everything,
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. Expecting people to be rational isn't always the case.
Yeah, sad but true.
I don't know. I'm still looking at the hairstyles, if I'm being honest. Okay.
Yeah,
thinking it's time for a change.
You're gonna change yourself. How long does the hair grow?
I've had it goes down to past my shoulders, but I get it trimmed every 6 months. But I've had long hair for quite a long time now. But just that difference, I see that, and I'm like,
it is nice.
I see it, and I'm like,
it's nice.
I like to do braids too.
Oh, braids would be good.
Braid it here, and then I'll let it go, and it's like super curly and shit.
Yeah.
So it looks kind of cool.
I wonder if I could just braid the mullet.
Have it at the back. Oh, you have braids in the back.
Just
I think that actually would be cool.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be bad, but it'd be good for a day.
You're bringing back the mullet,
I'm trying. I'm down here in the South. I'm trying to live it up.
I've survived the long hair craze. I would say a few years ago, every guy was growing out their hair long. I had it before the craze, and I've had it after the craze. So
I feel like it's always been a craze.
I feel like there's been certain times.
I feel like it feels like it's more of a craze now because of social media.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's always been really dope to have.
You see one celebrity do it, Bradley Cooper or whoever will grow out their hair, and then every dude is trying to grow out their hair.
Yeah. And then some people should not grow out their hair. They grow out their hair.
Yeah.
You're just
some people need to give it up.
That looks just messy. Oh, giving it up. So that's actually a great conversation where it's like, you see that guy, and it's usually, the dude looks like he's wearing sandals with socks. And I know what you talked about.
The Croc
he's
guy.
wearing Crocs, and he's just like middle-aged, and his hairline's receded all the way. Like he's bald, but he still has the ponytail like tied up.
On.
Oh,
and also
man.
the other thing too. So there's different levels to this nastiness, in my opinion, where you should just like cut that shit off. So the worst level of nastiness is when you have that long hair, but you keep it messy and you're bald, so it's tied back, but it's just stringy and frizzy, so it's all over the place. But
it starts halfway up your forehead.
Oh yeah, your
forehead and a half.
You're bald.
Yeah.
No, you're definitely bald.
Yeah, the friar tuck isn't good either. Where you're bald up top, you got the what do they call it? It's like a rope that doesn't end, or cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
The cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
You have the cul-de-sac and just hair on the sides, back and sides. Like that's not a good look either. Just shave that bitch.
Yeah, when it's messy too, you're like, ugh.
And then
just everything together where it has like a ill-fitting polo tucked into shorts that are too short.
Where people just don't care. And if it's a confidence thing, you don't care, then rock it. But if it's an unaware thing, you just need to be a little self-aware.
Yeah. There's certain looks like I think, if your hairline has receded to that extent, it's like at the least just clean it up. You know what I mean? Like put a little gel in that hair, like make it like I'm looking at your hair right now, Eric, and it's like you got either shit in it or it's like it's wet or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
It's nice. No, it makes sense.
Service,
what I'm saying is it makes sense.
You took care of it.
You know?
You took care of it. Just take care of yourself. You take care of yourself mentally, you gotta take care of yourself physically a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When I stop taking care of myself, sometimes it happens,
Sure.
I stop I don't shave for a fucking couple, I don't trim it up for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
My hair gets crazy. I start looking like a fucking bum, and then you know what happens? People start treating me like a bum.
Yeah,
and then you start feeling like a bum.
So I start feeling.
Yeah.
If someone starts treating me like a bum,
fuck that. I'm not gonna clip my nails just because you told me.
I'll do what I want.
Yeah, that's like your girlfriend starts giving you shit. She's noticeably meaner when I don't
And that's when you yell, if you can't accept me at my worst, you don't deserve me.
If I get in a bad mood, unrelated, sometimes I'll just be like a bad mood, like we all get in slumps or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the first thing I do is shave. Because I'm like, all right,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, you wanna feel good about yourself.
New me. I'll shave. I'll fucking go get a haircut. I'll fucking.
No, I feel it.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I totally understand.
That's the reset button. Turn on some good music. Nice little shave. Hot shower. Haircut.
Yeah. No, going also for the process. That's why, I wish I wish the haircut that I had was one where I could get haircuts more frequently, because that whole process I do find relaxing.
Yeah, I do too. And I got
you know what I mean? That's what I mean. I'm like,
I got a good barber now. It's like a cool shop. Everyone's talking
That's
shit.
what I mean.
Yeah, the environment.
Cool.
I kind of
I
like
want
it
that
too.
culture. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
I want
been
that
getting
vibe.
my haircut with the same lady for like last 10 years.
Nice.
She hooks it up, man.
Yeah.
She cleans it up real nice. She'll braid it if I want.
That's dope.
Yeah, she does. She's been fucking taking care of me for a long time, but then she'll wash my hair and like clean me up. She'll edge me up. She's so dope.
Yeah, you feel like
Yeah,
a
I
man.
what I'm
always fall
saying.
asleep though.
Oh no,
Yeah, the
I,
hair
time.
massage.
I sometimes
Nap time on the chair.
when I would get I had this Turkish Sufi, so it's like almost like a mystic sect of Islam. Very interesting stuff, but he's so calm, so relaxed, his disposition. And as you said, you feel like you're being treated so well. I find it so relaxing. I gotta be careful I don't go to sleep, you know? And I feel afterwards, I'm like, man, I feel like I just got a massage. Like I could go to bed
reset,
right now.
yeah.
And it's amazing. Yeah.
Full
so
reset.
I almost want just a different hairstyle just so I can experience that more often.
Just
You know?
that buzz of the clip or the clippers so warm. It's like
There you
I
go.
like it too.
It's a scalp massage you didn't know that you needed.
Kinda.
Yeah.
What you got coming up next, man? So you're on the grind, you're training, you got some online stuff happening, some
I
in-person
got a bunch
stuff.
of workshops coming up.
Cool.
I teach kettlebells, and my girlfriend, she comes with me. She teaches body weight flow,
cool.
animal flow,
Yeah.
and then some other techniques that she came up with. But you can find all that at ericleija.com.
Yep.
And I sell a kettlebell course that you can do online. It's got like over 150 videos of all my favorite techniques.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
What's the seminars or workshops? Are they on the road? Are they here in Austin? Or
There's some here in Austin, but mostly all over the place.
oh, cool.
Yeah, most people that train with me at the gym, they're already know
in the
what's
game.
up. So it's mostly trying to travel around, teach
Good
people.
for you, man.
Yeah, when's that start? When's the national tour
The
start?
next one is in San Francisco, September 22nd.
Very cool.
After that, New York, October 20th, and then I think New Hampshire.
You try to space them out like that once a month,
Yeah,
travel and
once a month. We're trying it out.
yeah.
I think
for you.
I think it's too much.
Yeah. It's a lot of
I
travel.
want to try to space it out more, But they've been successful so far, so she's gonna keep grinding.
Very cool, man.
Good for
Very
you,
cool.
man. Yeah.
Thanks.
And then I guess the question I'd ask you is, where can people find you? I know you've already shouted out the Instagram, but shout it out again. Spell it out for the people.
It's a primal.swolger.
I like how you said that.
PRIMAO.SWOLEDIER.
No.
Beautiful.
Swolger.
I like
And
how you
the-
said
and
that.
the
Primal
Website's
Swolger.
D Primal?
No,
DE?
no, it's ericleija.com.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Or primalswolger.com works too.
Oh, dope.
You got both
Beautiful,
of the domains.
Got to.
Entrepreneurial.
This guy who
motherfucker.
owns kettlebells.com hit me up the other day.
Like
He wanna
he
sell it
owns
for
just
like $1 million,
kettlebells.com.
Yeah, no, he doesn't even want to sell it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to teach people, like, want to make sure it goes to somebody, and like, I want.
So you
he doesn't want to let it-
propositioned you.
He wants to keep using it, and he wants to work with me
No,
somehow.
be careful.
But I'm
Because
like,
it seems like he wants to use your
Yeah.
clout. Because he has the domain, you have the reputation. So just be careful.
oh yeah, I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
This guy sounds crazy, man.
He's probably gonna do that as a shitty ponytail that's like receded the fuck back,
Poor guy.
frizzy as hell.
Poor guy.
Yeah, just terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you for listening. Be sure to give us a rating and review, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are listening to us. Check us out. New podcast coming every Tuesday and Friday. We're out of here. Time to go eat some barbecue.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for hanging out, bro.
Oh, for sure. Thanks, guys.